Pause for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. Now answer this honestly. Why do we keep doing things that we know are bad for us? Why do we scroll endlessly even when we are exhausted? Why do we crave junk food even when our body is begging for real nutrition? Why do we stay in toxic relationships even when they slowly break us apart? Why do we repeat the same destructive habits again and again, even after promising ourselves, this is the last time? Here is the uncomfortable truth. Your brain loves toxic habits. Not because they are good for you, not because they make you happy, but because they give your brain exactly what it is addicted to. Quick comfort, instant pleasure, temporary relief. And in today's world, your brain is drowning in shortcuts to pleasure. Social media, fast food, pornography, alcohol, nicotine, online shopping, video games, constant entertainment. All of them are carefully designed to hijack your brain's reward system. And the scary part is this: most people do not even realize it is happening. They think they are weak. They think they lack discipline. They think something is wrong with them. But the real problem is much deeper. It is happening inside your brain. Today, you are going to understand the real psychological and neurological reasons behind toxic habits. We will explore groundbreaking research from some of the world's greatest psychologists and neuroscientists. We will uncover how dopamine, trauma, stress, and emotional pain silently control your decisions. And most importantly, you will learn how to finally break free from these habits and take back control of your life. Because once you understand how your brain works, you can reprogram it, and that changes everything. So stay with me till the end. This might be the most important video you ever watch. What are toxic habits really? Most people think toxic habits are just bad behaviors: smoking, overeating, binge watching, procrastination, addiction. But in psychology, toxic habits are something deeper. They are coping mechanisms. They are emotional survival tools. They are your brain's way of protecting you from pain, stress, fear, and discomfort. Dr. Gabor Maté, a world-renowned physician and trauma expert, says something powerful. Addiction is not a choice. Addiction is not a failure of willpower. Addiction is a response to human suffering. Let that sink in. Your toxic habits are not your enemy. They are your brain's desperate attempt to help you survive. Every time you feel overwhelmed, lonely, stressed, bored, anxious, or emotionally exhausted, your brain looks for relief, and it chooses the fastest option available. Not the healthiest, not the smartest, the fastest. That is how toxic habits are born. The dopamine trap. Why your brain gets addicted. To understand toxic habits, we must understand dopamine. Dopamine is often called the pleasure chemical, but that is not entirely accurate. Dopamine is actually the motivation chemical. It is the neurotransmitter that drives desire, craving, and reward-seeking behavior. Dr. Andrew Huberman, neuroscientist at Stanford University, explains that dopamine is not released when you feel pleasure. It is released when you anticipate pleasure. That means dopamine is what pushes you toward behaviors that your brain believes will feel good. Now here's where things get dangerous. Modern toxic habits create massive dopamine spikes. Social media likes, sugary food, pornography, drugs, video games. All of them flood your brain with unnatural levels of dopamine. Your brain quickly learns one thing: these behaviors equal reward, and it wants more. But the brain is adaptive. Over time, it becomes less sensitive to dopamine. This is called dopamine tolerance. The same habit that once made you feel good now feels normal, so you increase the dose. More scrolling, more sugar, more stimulation, more risk, more extremes. And slowly, you fall into the dopamine trap, where nothing feels satisfying anymore, except your toxic habits. Childhood, trauma, and emotional wounds. Many toxic habits begin long before adulthood. They start in childhood. Psychologist Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, author of The Body Keeps the Score, explains that unresolved emotional pain gets stored in the nervous system. When children grow up in environments full of criticism, neglect, emotional coldness, or chaos, their nervous system becomes wired for survival. They grow up hyper-alert, hypersensitive, emotionally overwhelmed. As adults, they feel emotions more intensely. Stress hits harder. Rejection cuts deeper. Loneliness feels unbearable. So their brain looks for comfort, food, alcohol, scrolling, shopping, anything that can numb the pain. Toxic habits become emotional painkillers. And once your brain associates relief with a certain habit, it clings to it, even if it slowly destroys you. The role of stress and cortisol. Another major reason your brain loves toxic habits is stress. When you are under constant pressure, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol levels make you anxious, restless, tired, and emotionally unstable. Your brain desperately wants to shut this feeling down, so it seeks comfort behaviors. This is why after a long, stressful day, you crave junk food, binge watching, or alcohol. Not because you are weak, but because your nervous system is overloaded. Toxic habits act like emotional sedatives. They temporarily calm your nervous system, but the relief never lasts, and soon you need them again. Why willpower fails. Most self-help advice focuses on willpower. Just be disciplined. Just stay motivated. Just stop. But research shows that willpower is limited. Psychologist Dr. Roy Baumeister discovered that self-control functions like a muscle. It gets tired. Every decision you make drains it. By the end of the day, your willpower is exhausted. That is when toxic habits strike. This is why people break diets at night. This is why addictions get stronger when life becomes stressful. This is why discipline alone never works. You do not fix toxic habits by fighting your brain. You fix them by understanding it. The emotional loop that keeps you stuck. Toxic habits follow a powerful emotional loop. Trigger, craving, action, relief, guilt, shame, and back to trigger. For example, you feel lonely, you crave comfort, you scroll social media for hours, you feel temporary relief, then guilt and emptiness return, which increases loneliness, and the cycle repeats. This loop slowly reshapes your identity. You begin to see yourself as weak, undisciplined, broken. But the truth is, you are trapped in a neurological feedback loop, and loops can be rewired. How to break free. The science of change. Breaking toxic habits is not about punishment. It is about compassion. It is about building a new relationship with your brain. Step 1. Awareness. Dr. Judson Brewer, neuroscientist and addiction researcher, says awareness is the first step to change. When you become conscious of your triggers, you weaken their power. Ask yourself, what emotion am I avoiding right now? What pain am I trying to escape? Step 2. Replace, do not remove. Your brain hates emptiness. If you remove a habit without replacing it, your brain will rebel. Replace toxic habits with healthier sources of dopamine. Exercise, cold exposure, meditation, creative work, deep conversations, nature. These rebuild your reward system naturally. Step 3. Heal emotional wounds. Therapy, journaling, breathwork, mindfulness, trauma healing. When emotional pain heals, toxic habits lose their purpose. Step 4. Redesign your environment. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your motivation. Remove triggers, limit access, change surroundings. Your brain follows the path of least resistance. Make healthy choices easier. A powerful message for you. If you are struggling with toxic habits, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not a failure. You are a human being with a nervous system shaped by experience, and you deserve compassion, not shame. Every habit you hate once helped you survive something. Now it is time to thank it and let it go. One day, you will look back at this version of yourself, and you will feel proud. Because instead of running from your pain, you chose to understand it. Instead of hating yourself, you chose to heal. Instead of staying stuck, you chose to grow. Your brain learned toxic habits, which means it can unlearn them too. And that journey starts today. If this video helped you understand yourself even a little better, hit the like button. Subscribe to Minecraft Lab for more deep psychology and self-mastery content. And remember, you are not your habits. You are the one who can change them.